Your ideal market, and then who is your ideal audience, and what's the difference? Well, if you were wondering what is the difference between a target market and a target audience, a target market is the entire group of people that you want to reach and market to. That's your market. So basically for YouTube, that would be your YouTube category. And there are 15 categories on YouTube for you to choose from for your channel. Now, if you've never done that for your channel, you definitely want to do that, because this will also help YouTube understand who your audience is and send the right people to you. So you definitely want to choose one of these categories. And we're going to be using Sal's channel, Green Screen Comedy, as an example again. And so for him, it would be comedy, but he could also choose entertainment. And there may be very good reasons why he should choose entertainment as opposed to comedy. Who is your target audience? Now, your audience is the subset of your category. And again, I'm just going to compare what that actually means in terms of YouTube. On YouTube, it's your niche within your category. And this is so important because within a category, let's use, for example, comedy for Sal's channel, there are so many subsets: stand-up, sketch comedy, slapstick, satire, spoof, parody, impersonator, improv, mockumentary, one-liners. You know, you can see that there's just a ton to choose from. So how do you decide? How do you decide what you're going to focus on? And part of that is, who do you want to watch your videos? Because that will help you determine what your niche should be. And the reason for that is because you're actually solving a problem for them. And you might think, how is comedy solving a problem? Well, it is. It is solving a problem. Every single thing on YouTube is solving a problem. And comedy solves problems by making people laugh. So here's a weird but appropriate fact. $37 billion was spent on ads, but that money was wasted. And it happens almost yearly. Why? Those ads don't work. They are not engaging who the company, the business, the person who created those ads is trying to engage. And the reason for that is because they don't understand how to speak directly to their ideal target audience. And this is what I want you to learn today with me. And I'm so excited about this because I think the slides are really fantastic today, and that you are just going to truly understand who it is that you need to target when we're completed with this. So I'm just going to pop over to Sal and me for a second. Hello.
Hello.
And who is here? Hey, Keith, welcome. Great to see you. And Dale is here. Hello, Dale. Always a pleasure. Thank you both for being here so much. We appreciate you. So if you don't want to be like them, and you don't have to be like them, you can beat those odds, but only if you clearly understand who your ideal audience is, and then you make videos that actually speak to them. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you're a shoe company. So I created this whole concept of this random, like, giant category, the shoe company. And it turns out that there's actually a company called The Shoe Company, which is so funny because everything that I wrote for them, when I found their website, it was every single thing that they actually are doing to market to their target audience. So that's pretty funny. Okay, so The Shoe Company. Shop what's trending now. But look, women, men, and kids. And look, rain boots, men's combat, cozy, kids boots. It seems like it's all over the place, doesn't it? So who do they sell to? Well, they offer many types of footwear for many different reasons. For men, women, children, and teens. So who is their target audience? Well, their target audience are men, women, and children who wear shoes. And that seems absurd, right? So how do you market to all of them? And I think that's a really good question, because so many of us don't want to niche down as far as everyone always says, niche down, niche down, niche down. So why should you niche down? And I'm just going to go to us for a quick second and say, when you're a new channel, or you're revamping your channel, or you're just starting from zero, the reason why you want to choose your category wisely and then super niche down is to be found.
Yeah. By your target audience.
By your target audience as quickly as possible. Right. So if you're very broad, there are so many people competing with you. How are they ever going to find you? And that's the only reason, honestly, that is the only reason to super niche first and then expand from there. Instead of being gigantic and then going down, it just doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't work that way so well. But if your channel now is big with broad categories, big in the sense that you have broad categories, how can you revamp it? Niching down. Okay, super niching down. So generally speaking, you don't want to go from giant to small, because it creates a problem. Not on YouTube. On YouTube, it clarifies. On YouTube, it helps YouTube understand who your ideal audience is. And it also helps you.
Right.
So it's better to be narrow.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be narrow. You have to narrow it
Okay,
down.
so how does the shoe company market to all of those various people, ages, genders, everything? They do it with value, style, and time-focused content. Now, I'm saying videos because we are talking about your YouTube channel, and all we're talking about are videos. So when I say videos, it doesn't mean that they're using videos. But this is a quote directly from their website. Style should be comfortable, accessible, and easy to achieve. And so those are their keywords. We strive to deliver fashion and value to everyone in your household. Household is the largest keyword here, because fashion for who? Value for who? Everyone? Okay, everybody in the world? In your household. So now all of a sudden we understand they're talking about family. Family values, events, vacations, one-stop shopping. That's what this channel is about.
Plus they made it personal.
And they made it personal by saying household. So now all of a sudden, instead of just totally vague, you can say, oh, in my household?
They're in my house.
Okay, so who lives in my household? Okay, so you
what
have
are you doing in my house?
Right, get out of my house. Or not. I don't know. So this is a broad company, the shoe company, versus a super niche company, a high performance running shoe company. High performance is not the same as just a running shoe, right? So the shoe company being the broadest category. Now we've created this enormous subset of running shoes, but now we've super niched to high performance. And that creates a whole different series of videos for an interesting and very specific target audience. These are elite athletes, and there is a specific age group, 20 to 40. So now we know basically all of the videos are going to be targeting elite athletes who are between the ages of 20 and 40 who have an interest in running, or have expressed an interest in running, or have already run a marathon or multiple marathons, or are professional marathoners. So how do you market to them? Well, once again, and I was just so surprised by this, but once again, I created this idea of who I thought would be a really super niche kind of targeted running person. And then it turns out there actually is a channel for this running person. So I described them, and then I figured out what kind of videos they would want and everything. And then I found this channel online, and hey, guess what? That's what they had. So what did they have? How do you market to them? Performance, mindset, achievements, and tech. Because these are the things that I would have thought would have been the most important to elite athletes. What kind of videos? Well, of course, heroic, of course, stamina, of course, mindset, and techie. These are the things that they are going to want to watch. So performance-focused videos. This is literally the channel that I found. And look at this. All of these are performance-focused videos. Unbeatable triathletes. The Cyclone Cloud Neo. I mean, look at these titles. Heroic videos. Behind the best Max Studer, so heroic. Stamina videos, behind the best Joe Klecker. Mindset videos, literally saying mindset. Unleash your marathon mindset. I just love that. And then engineer videos, like how are these shoes made? What makes them so incredible? Well, look at this. I couldn't even believe this photo on there. From revolution to evolution, introducing the all-new Cloud Surfer 6. Look at how they actually showed the blueprint of this shoe. And then the tech is this super amazing shoe that creates such a better performance for a marathon runner. Introducing the 3rd generation trail taming. And think of how all these keywords are so important. Every single one of them is so important to attract the ideal targeted audience. So to gain subs and increase your return on investment. What investment? Your time. The time that you put to make your videos. The cost of your supplies, your camera, your lights, your tripod, your microphone, all of these things, whatever it is, you've invested in that, right? So you want a return on all of this. So how do you do that? You do that by definition. So define who is the segment within your giant category, within your subset, who is that segment that you can actually target to determine your most effective messaging. Because it's your messaging, it's the things that you actually say. These are your keywords that are going to attract your ideal audience. You have to speak their language. You must speak something that they actually comprehend and agree with. And you do that in order to get their attention. So you don't want to just throw stuff out there. You want it for watch time. If you speak their language, they're going to watch your videos. Here's a weird statistic. I'm going to pop back over to us. Here's a weird statistic. How much of most videos on YouTube do you think get watched? 100%? 50%? 25%? 10%? What's your guess?
10%.
10%. Okay. Put in the comments below this video or put in the chat, what is the percentage do you think is watched of an entire video? And I will tell you when we get a few answers
11%.
here.
I changed to 11%.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, 11%. So watch time. Subscribers, this is what you want. You want people to subscribe so that they get notified when you post a video. Why? Because YouTube does not give you their email addresses for you to notify them. So I did a whole video. I did actually a whole course on how to create a lead magnet to get people off of YouTube and onto your email list so that you can actually contact people about your new videos and any of your products and services that you have, all this kind of stuff. So anyway, subscribers, huge. Next, community. You want to build a like-minded community amongst your viewers so that when they comment with each other, they comment to each other as well. So it isn't just you commenting back to them, it's them commenting with each other. And this is what creates an exciting, valuable, interesting channel for people. They love it when they're involved. People love it when they're involved. So what did Keith say? 5%. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Interesting. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to gain from your YouTube audience customers, because these are your ideal targeted audience, your ideal targeted market. Why? If you're a business person, it's to make sales of your products and services. So you want to target the ideal people who want to purchase from you. These will be your ideal customers. So Dale said 15%. Okay. Anybody else want to ring in before I tell you? I'm just going to do one more. Tribe of superfans. And when I say tribe, I'm saying that your community, when they start to interact with each other, they form sort of their own tribe of superfans. They start to compliment you. They start to compliment each other. They love to be a part of whatever it is that's happening within your videos. So it's really important that you understand and target your ideal customer. And now I'm going to pop back to us. Okay, final guess. How much of a video on YouTube, generally speaking, the overall average percentage-wise is watched?
I could change my guess?
Yeah.
All right, Dale said 15%, so I want to get closer. Like, I'll say 13%.
13%. Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually 30.
What?
It's actually 30.
30%.
It's actually 30%. Now, that's not good. That's not good. Because for YouTube to start to promote your videos, they have to be watched at least between 50 and 55%.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So you must be making content that actually targets the people that you want to watch your content, and they watch it. They literally watch, and you keep them engaged, and you post interesting stuff that is so valuable that they watch beyond 30%, beyond 40%, at least 50%, and ideally 100. I mean, ideally 100, right?
Gotta be one heck of a video.
I know. That would be awesome. So that is your goal. For example, I am using Sal's channel, Green Screen Comedy. Answer this question. Who's your ideal audience? Sal. People who want to laugh.
Right.
Okay. So people who want to laugh. So how can you, Sal, find your target audience and market? Now, I'm saying this to Sal, but I want you to think of your own channel as if I am saying this directly to you. How can you find your own target market and audience? How do you find the best YouTube category and then super sub niche within that category? So you want to answer these questions. And I want you to answer these questions too, okay? So how do people search for your content? That's the first thing. What's their goal? Because remember that YouTube is a search engine. So for Sal, it's to be entertained. It's to feel good. It's to have fun. It's to laugh. It's to smile. So this is why people are searching. But why? What is the underlying reason? Because that's the obvious reason. But what is the underlying reason? This is the other thing I want you to do. I want you to think about what is that underlying reason why people are actually searching for your content. So now, this is your homework. You have to think about why are they searching for your content? That's their outside reason. But what is their inside reason? So there's two columns here. Well, for Sal, it's because they want to forget their cares. They want to forget their worries. They want a distraction. Okay, they want to feel good because they want to be distracted. Or, as this comedian put it, laughter saves relationships. Maybe they just want to figure out a way to have a better time with the people that they know. It diffuses tension. That's so true. Maybe people are trying to think, you know, if I could just be funnier, I could just make it easier for people to have a good time. It's also super important for mental health. Okay, super important. Laughter is healing. There's just no two ways about it. Laughter is healing. So where do you research? Where do you research these people? Well, first of all, Of course, you start with YouTube. You do a search in YouTube's search box. Then you go to Google, then Facebook, then Reddit, then Quora, because you're trying to find out what are people searching for, what are they thinking, what are they saying, what groups are out there, what's happening in my world, so that my channel is good. This is what I want you to think, okay? This is how I want you to think about doing your research. For example, if Sal's search terms are fun, funny, that's funny, and he goes to YouTube and he types that in, there will be a drop down immediately from YouTube's search box of the top 12 to 15 searches within the last 10 days, within the last week to 10 days. So if he were to just put in fun, funny video, funny jokes, funny sketch, I mean, this is what people are searching for. Funny animals, funny cats, TikTok, memes, dogs. That's funny. What is funny? Well, that's funny. Carlos Miller, I don't know who that is. That's funny off. I don't know who that is. That's funny right there. That funny feeling. That's funny. Tell another one. These are the things that people are literally typing into the search box in YouTube. So you want to do that in YouTube, in Google, in Facebook, any other search engine that you know is one that's good for you. And then I do recommend trying this in Reddit and Quora, because this is where groups of people come together and talk about things. So definitely try that as well. Again, if Sal were to use search terms like long tail keywords, like makes me laugh, that's a long tail keyword. Those are all keywords, but they're an entire sentence. Makes me feel good. And then there's just a word, comedy. Okay, so what happens if he were to type those in? Makes me laugh, makes me smile, makes me laugh song, makes me laugh in Spanish. I mean, look at all of these things. So makes me feel good, song, about myself, feel nice, all right, blah, blah, blah. Comedy video, movies, scenes, central row.
These are people that actually typed in makes me laugh as a search?
Yes.
If they didn't type in what makes me laugh, they typed in makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Now, there are people who would type in what makes me laugh.
Right.
Okay, and that is going to get a different drop down.
Right.
So depending upon what you type in is what are people searching for. So it is smart to add in other questions.
Right.
But it's also smart to put like an underscore before you say makes me laugh, because then you're going to get a whole different drop down.
Right.
It could be cats make me laugh. Babies make me laugh. Children make me, you're not going to know what's going to come up, because you're doing, when you do an underscore, a wild card.
Give me a general number on how many people are actually watching YouTube all the time. What is it, generally?
Generally speaking, well, there are 2 billion users a month, but on any given day, there are 2 billion views on videos.
That's why.
On any given day.
That's why no matter what you put in as an example,
yeah,
there's going to be a drop down.
There's going to be a drop down.
You're going to hit it. So it's really what you want to target. What keywords you want to target.
Yeah.
For you.
Exactly.
That you think will work the best to get people to come to your channel. They're your audience.
Yes, okay. I agree. So Keith said alphabet soup, right? Google alphabet soup, exactly. And hey, John Tarr, welcome. So great to see you. Wonderful to see you. Best Website Solutions. John Tarr is a website designer. Great to have you here, John. Yes, you do want to think about your search terms. So comedian, stand-up, parody, you want to see what is being dropped down. So you want to do your research, because research is huge to figure out who your ideal target audience is. Then you want to look at which videos actually come up under the keyword that you put in. Which videos do come up? So for example, under parody, these are the videos that came up.
Well, gee, I wonder why Weird Al Yankovic came
Right.
up.
And this one was at the top. Saturday Night Live, commercial parodies, tech, 12 million views from 2019.
There you go.
Okay, so 12 million views from 2019. So who's watching these videos? Well, how do you find that out? You look at the comments. That's how you find out who's watching. Look at the comments. that particular video got 4,242 comments since 2019.
Wow.
And what's interesting to me is that as comments are made, they go down, down, down. That's the way it works. So just like with Facebook, just like with Twitter, the newest stuff is at the top. It's always at the top. So same with YouTube. The newest comments are going to be at the top, but I want you to look at this. This guy a year ago, so there haven't been, that many comments. This guy a year ago posted, not going to lie, but the Alexa Silver would actually be a good product. And look at this. 102 people replied to his comment. So he commented on a video that got millions and millions of views. Let's go back and see how many views did it get. Like 12 million, right? 12 million. 12 million views this got. And out of 12 million views, it got a lot of comments, 4,242 comments. And then within that, the people who were commenting are looking at other people's comments. This is how it works. So when you're trying to figure out who's watching something, you'll look at the comments. You read what people say. This is their own language. This is their lingo. And this is how you start to understand what are people in the comedy space or in your space saying. And what are the words that they're using? And then coolest thing in the world is when somebody posts something and 102 other people watching the same video reply to them. So what kind of replies did they give? Look at these replies. Let's be honest, they all would. I love most things hands-free, blah, 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 blah. But here is a little trick for you to sort of start to learn who's watching. I'd buy this for my grandpa. Okay, so now we understand that someone who doesn't need the silver Alexa, which is, if you've never seen this commercial, you actually have to watch it. It's hysterical. Sal and I have watched it multiple times. It's hysterical. If you don't know what that is, it is for seniors and grandparents and stuff. So this person said, I would buy this for my grandpa, LOL. And that tells you this is someone younger than a grandparent. This is someone who is not a child of, right? This is not a child of a parent. This is a grandchild. Right. So you're starting to learn ages just by that. And that Alexa bit is spot on. Watched my mother say, okay, everything Alexa said. So now we're knowing that it is grandchildren and their parents who are watching the Silver Alexa Saturday Night Live commercial. And that starts to give you an age group. Then what you can do is you can click on those people's icons, go to their channel, go to their about page and see what does it say about them. And what was interesting about just the few comedy videos that I looked at is that the majority of them, they don't really have real channels. They have like 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers. Many of them never post videos. The only reason they make a YouTube channel is so that they can comment. Isn't that interesting? They want to be able to comment. They want to be part of a community. They want other people to see their comments. I find that incredibly interesting. I don't know if you do, but I think that's really interesting.
They don't want to do it, but they want to be part of it.
Yeah, they want to be a part of it. So look, this guy, Crackerjack, he had one of the highest subscriber counts at 103. And he just says, I'm excited to finally update my about page. I'm a musical kid who loves making YouTube videos. Right. And it all gives you information about who it is that's watching when you go to their channels. Here's another one with sort of one of the highest subscriber counts that was watching this, 314. I've had this account for 15 years. I'm very old. I'm 36. I thought that was hysterical. I'm very old. I'm 36. So this gives you a really good idea of who this audience is. Now, are they your ideal audience? Maybe not. Which channels are they watching? So again, go back to the videos that came up when you did your drop down. Click on the videos and see who those people are, because this is going to start to give you an idea. Do you actually have an interest in this audience. And if you don't, maybe that is not the right niche for you, because chances are this is going to be your audience, okay, if you're doing similar content. So look at this. Saturday Night Live, 12.4 million subscribers. Love, Live, Serve, 7.46 million subscribers. Roomy Official, 7.43, millions of subscribers. And then there's others that don't have the millions, but they've got the thousands. 94,000 for re-lyriced songs to bring joy in these times. I just thought that was really funny. And then Whoa Parody, funny cartoon parody, has 814,000 subscribers. So these are the videos that came up. What type of content are the people watching posting? And the reason why you want to look at their content is because, again, it's going to give you an idea of who they are. It's going to tell you when you watch the videos how they talk, the things that they think about. You're going to get a much, much better, clearer picture of this audience if they're your intended audience. And again, maybe they're not your intended audience, and this is a great way for you to find out. So, go and look. I mean, this person has 2 subscribers. They never even made any videos. They just created a bunch of public playlists, and they subscribe to other people's channels and show it, but they don't even make any videos. So why does it matter? Why does it matter? Right. For you to go and look at people who are making comments under the kinds of videos that come up? I'm going to go over to us. Why does it matter? Why should you do that? Why should you go and research people who are making comments?
Because they are watching more videos. They're watching a lot of videos, probably.
Aren't they watching the content that you want to create?
Yeah.
So are you going to find out a lot more about them if you go and research them?
Well, yeah, absolutely. You have to go to their channel. Yeah. You got to go to their About page.
Right. And another thing that you can do is you can look at their About page and see if they post any of the social media accounts they're on. Why is that valuable? Because now you know where if they're your ideal targeted audience, now you know which social media they're also using.
Right.
And that's important, because if, let's say, you're just making business videos and you're looking at comments under the same kind of keyword research, okay, that has to do with your business videos, your business, and the comments are coming from people who basically every time you go to their YouTube channel, it's all about some kind of products or business or services or something like that. Right. And you go and you look at their social media accounts, and what are they? LinkedIn, maybe LinkedIn and Facebook, maybe LinkedIn and Instagram, maybe Twitter and LinkedIn. You start to get an idea that maybe you should be on LinkedIn. Right? Maybe you should be putting videos on LinkedIn. Maybe you should be putting video. So this is how you do your research. These are the secrets to your success. And that's why it matters, because you learn what they find interesting. That's what matters. You learn about the words they use, what they find interesting. So here's more homework for you. Answer this question. Who is actually searching for your content? This is a question. Who is actually searching for your content? Is it baby boomers? If it is, these are people in the 57 to 75 age bracket. Is it, if it's not them, is it Gen X, 41 to 56? Is it millennials, 25 to 40? Or maybe it's Gen Z, 9 to 24. What kind of content are you making? Who is your ideal audience? Who is actually searching for you? And you really want to understand who they are. Is it families? Because if you're the shoe company, it's families, right? It's the mama probably, or the daddy, somebody who's going to be shopping is looking under the shoe company. It's families. Is it friends? Is it friends who are looking for something to do together? Maybe they just want to get together and watch a bunch of comedy videos together. Friends, right? Are they your targeted audience? Is it new moms? Well, maybe you're selling Pampers, okay, or something that has to do with babies. Then for sure you want to target new moms. But what if it's lonely singles? This is also a great target audience for comedy, right? Lonely singles. So, but also it could be for dating sites. So, stressed business owners. Why would stressed business owners be searching for comedy channels? Duh.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Laughter is the best medicine. Thank you. So that's why. What about doctors under tremendous stress throughout the day? Need an outlet. Cat lovers. People who they love their cats, but they also like to laugh at them, right? Dog lovers. Same thing. Or maybe they're tech addicts and your comedy is all about tech. It's, this is how you start to super niche, because there's a big category there, tech. There's a lot of techies out there, and what do they love? They love also to laugh, right? People love to laugh. So there's a category out there for everybody. What about news junkies? You can make them laugh. Or horror film watchers. There are so many ways to think about who is your ideal targeted audience. Who are they? Who are these people? Here are 7 more ways for you to determine your target audience. Number 1, ask them questions. How do you do that? You do that by engaging on social media. This is how you do it. You do it by engaging on social media. If you're not actually out there, I'm just going to go to us. If you're not actually out there in the real world right now, talking and meeting people, and if you are, engage them. Ask them questions. I'm making a YouTube channel and it's about XYZ. Is that interesting to you? Would you watch it or not? Why and why not? Or what would be funny to you? Or what do you watch on YouTube and why? And these kinds of questions. So if you go to social media and you start asking people questions.
People will answer. People love to answer questions.
Yeah. So where would you go?
People love to give their opinion.
Yes. That's true. People love to give you their opinion.
Yeah, it's a very broad
Okay,
yeah.
So where would you go? Where would you go?
Why are you pointing at me?
If you were... Where would you go
pointing at my head.
for green screen comedy to start asking questions, start putting polls out there?
I would start with Facebook. I would ask either all the people I know or...
Okay, that's a great place to start.
Or on a Facebook group that's about a comedy.
Okay.
Just target specifically comedy on Facebook.
If it was just a generally Facebook group about comedy, how is that going to help you with your channel?
Well, they all have opinions about what they think is funny.
Okay.
So there are probably thousands or millions of comedy groups on Facebook. You could really get into it and really find out what people like the most.
That's smart.
And
okay.
then you can adjust your channel to fit and in the same respect, let them know you're there.
Okay, so do you have an ideal targeted audience? Or do you even know if you have one yet? Because you've only got 5 weeks. 5 weeks, guys, before the end of the year. So you've only got 5 weeks to get this all done. This is why you have to do the homework. So you've got to figure all this stuff out before 2022 so that you can revamp your channel now for huge growth in 2022. Okay, so do you know who you want to be your target audience, or are you just sort of figuring out, or do you have a general idea? And how did you come up with it?
Yeah, I'm thinking baby boomers. What's the next one then?
Gen X.
Gen X. So Gen X to baby boomers, I think, is going to be my ideal audience. That's just my opinion.
Okay, and that would be because
they'll get my jokes more.
See, that's an excellent reason.
It's basically, a lot of it's adult humor that a lot of very young people wouldn't get.
Okay.
I'm not going to disclude them because some of them might because of their parents. I don't know. And there are a lot of young people that have very
let me just say, when you say adult humor, what you mean by that is humor from your age group, not adult humor.
Are you a censor? Of course that's what I meant.
I know, but some people are going to think adult.
You have to be specifically politically correct about what you say.
If you say adult, you know what I mean.
It's adult humor. I'll get more views.
Anyway, Okay, let's keep going. So engage on social media and post surveys is a fantastic way to find out. Number 2, research and identify trends in your industry. And the way that you do this, you do market research on your industry, looking for gaps that your videos can fill. So you look within your industry for trends and then you think, but they're not covering this. So for example, maybe in comedy, nobody's doing crypto comedy, okay? Bitcoin comedy or NFT comedy yet. That is a hole. That is a huge gap right now because what's trending in the world, what's trending is cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, NFTs. This is what's trending. So if it's not there in your comedy niche, this is a great place to start because that's trending. Okay, number 3, analyze your competition. So definitely go to other YouTubers' channels in your exact category, sort of trying to find some people that are in your subset, in your niche. What are their topics? What are their titles? What are their thumbnails? Which videos have the highest view count? Which channels have the most subscribers? And does the subscriber count seem to match the view count? Or do they have very few subscribers but tons of views? You know, what does it look like? Just so these are the kinds of things that you want to figure out. And then go to their about page. What are their social accounts? What social media are they on? Because this will help you with the biggest, when you look at your competition, but you look at the biggest channels and you see which social media they're on, this is going to help you understand where you should be as well if you want the same kind of audience. Also, look at all the comments under their most popular videos. And then number 4, it would really help you to create somewhere between 1 and 5, but 3 to 5 is ideal. Who is your ideal targeted viewer? Maybe it's not just one person. Maybe there's a group of people. Like for the shoe company, it's a whole family. So it's a dad, it's a mom, it's the kids. And those kids can be babies, teenagers, little children. You know, this is a group. So within the group, there can be numerous ideal viewers. And this is what I want you to also do. I'm giving you so much homework this week. I want you to also do is to write down who are your ideal viewers and then really give them personalities, really flesh them out. For example, if we go back to runners, Sam, the first-time runner, is not going to have at all the same kind of needs or wants or interests that Max, the marathon runner, the elite, the pro runner has. Okay, they're not going to be the same at all. They're probably not going to be the same age. They're not, I mean, there's so many things that are going to be different. So this is why it's so important that you understand why it's good for you to have a variety of target ideal clients. Like maybe June, the treadmill runner, so different from Max, the elite runner, so different from Sam, the first time runner. All of these people have different needs and wants and experiences. And so every single one of them is going to be a different viewer for you. And none of them may be your ideal viewer, but maybe one of them is. So this is how you start to flesh out who do I want? Who do I really want? Who is my targeted audience? Who is going to watch my videos? Because remember, you got to get that 50 to 55% watch time for YouTube to start promoting your videos for you. Okay, and that is huge. You definitely want YouTube to put you in the suggested column when someone is watching a video. You want your videos suggested. Number 5, define who your ideal targeted viewer, your ideal targeted audience is not. Weird, right? Who are they not, and why would you do that? You do that to create a much more focused idea of who your audience really is. For example, you might say, Sam, the first time runner, for sure is not my target audience because he is never going to be that person that I want, okay? Because maybe Sam, the first time runner, is 10. Okay, let's just say Sam, the first time runner, is 10. And I am not targeting Sam yet. I am targeting 20 to 40-year-olds, okay? So Sam, he's got 10 years before I'm literally going to be targeting him. So Sam is not my ideal. However, we know Max is. So who isn't literally is just as important as who is. Number 6, revise, revise, revise. Learn, 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 learn. So even though you figure out who your ideal targeted audience is for 2022, over that entire year, if you post a ton of videos and you resonate with these people and you start to build your subscriber base and you do everything right, guess what? You are going to find that your targeted ideal viewer may not be exactly who you think it is. Now you can revise those people, those 3 to 5 people. You can start to figure out really, oh, I know who Sam is, but Sam likes to do this and Sam does that and Sam asks me these questions and Sam makes these kind of comments. So I need to tweak my videos and I also need to tweak who my ideal customer is, because if it's Sam, I didn't really get it, but I'm getting it a lot better now. Okay, so now I can say things that are much more directly targeted to Sam, and eventually Sam is going to turn into a customer of mine. And eventually Sam is not only going to be a subscriber, but he's going to be a super fan and part of my ideal tribe and community. And this is how you start to really tweak and build and revise and learn who your ideal customer is. So look at your analytics on YouTube. This is a fantastic way for you to gather data. And also, when you interact on comments and you get people to comment back to you, you start to be able to ask questions and get real answers. And this will also very much help you. So hone in on your ideal targeted viewer to also find your ideal targeted customer. This is how that works. Number 7, use your YouTube channel analytics. And by that, I mean, it is just so important for you to understand that YouTube wants you to succeed. And this is the thing about you revamping your channel for 2022. You need to start experiencing what YouTube has to offer you, and it's so much. So look at your audience tab. And if you go to your YouTube channel analytics, you will see that just by going to analytics, you have all these tabs: overview, reach, engagement, audience, revenue if you're in the YouTube Partner Program. Click on the audience tab. Understand, who are they? What are they looking for? Where are they coming from? All this kind of stuff. So before I recap very quickly, I just want to say,
Yes.
for your YouTube channel, Green Screen Comedy, of everything that I just talked about for your ideal targeted audience, what do you think for you are the most valuable things? What would be like the questions you would ask? Where do you think you would want to start your research? Well, you said Facebook. How do you think you would approach your targeted audience? Because we're growing your channel from right now, how many subscribers?
49.
Did you lose a subscriber?
I lost one. Well, I'm not making videos. If you don't make videos, you lose subscribers. If you're not consistent, you lose subscribers. I'm not
Okay.
consistent. I'm like non-existent right now.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay. So you need to figure out your goals and your strategy. That's last week's video. So take a look at last week's goals and strategies, how to revamp your channel, goals and strategies. Now we're talking about who is your market and who is your target audience. So all of this homework is so important if you really want your channel to boom and grow like crazy for 2022, which of course you do. So, to recap, you want to figure out, do your homework. Research like crazy. Look at, type words into the search box, look at the drop downs, go to social media, post things, ask questions. Be out there. Figure out who is your ideal viewer. Create 3 to 5 ideal viewers. Write them down. Give them personalities. Understand how they talk. Understand the books they read, the movies they watch. All this kind of stuff is so valuable for you because you'll know how to make your videos speak to them, okay? And that's the reason that you do all that crazy stuff, because it is crazy. Next time, I'm going to be talking about topics and posting schedule. Yeah, super important for everybody, right? Topics and posting schedule. How do you figure out your topics and your posting schedule? Okay, if you like this video, please give us a like right now. You know I love those likes, so please like it. Leave your comments in the comments below this video. We are so curious to know, both Sal and I, what you think about this. If you want to comment about green screen comedy, please do. If you want to comment about things that I discussed in this video about your ideal audience, your ideal viewer, please do. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll be happy to answer them. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now, because we'd love for you to be there for us every time we post a video. So finally, as always, just believe in yourself. Be you on YouTube. This is like the most important thing of anything that I could tell you, is to always just be who you are. Don't try to copy anybody, because then you're not you. You're just a copy of somebody else. And why would they be interested in that? They can go to the original, right? So nobody wants a copy. Don't copy other people. Be you. Just believe in you as you, and you can do this. I know you can. I believe in you. I totally believe in you. Okay, so we are going to go to all of us now. And, oops, we are going to go to all of us. Here we go.
Thanksgiving.
Okay. And here, and Dale said, Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Thanksgiving
is going to be Thanksgiving soon?
It is. It's going to be this Thursday, guys. So, yeah, we are all gobble, 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 ready for Thanksgiving. This is my turkey. We all have turkeys. My little mama's a turkey.
Is that supposed to be a turkey thing? It looks like a bunny thing you're doing there. What is that?
Looks like you're a bunny. Okay,
It's a
so
turkey bunny.
have a fantastic, fantastic, thankful, grateful, lovely, and delicious Thanksgiving. We are thankful and grateful for you. We are so thankful that you come and you show up for us, that we are going to give you our dating game goodbyes.
What's the turkey twist?
Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh my gosh. Okay, Mom, move over so we can see you.
My gorgle.
You're so cute. Okay, bye guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And John said thank you, and Dale said awesome hats. Thanks, Dale. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your week. Ciao, guys.